There's a strategy that will increase the amount of interviews and job offers that you can receive. But most people, including you, probably won't do it. When I was first looking for a government job, it wasn't just me. There were three of us, two other guys. First guy, he had a PhD. Second guy, he had way more experience than me. So out of the three of us, I was probably the least qualified. So what happened? The first guy, he was hired after 12 months. The second guy, he never got a job offer. He was never hired. Me, I had 4 job offers in 90 days. We were all targeting pretty much the same location and the same job series. So how was I able to get multiple job offers so much quicker than the other 2 guys? There's really not much special about me. But when I was leaving the military, I had kind of a different mindset. I was a little anxious. I didn't think I was going to be able to get in. So that anxiety, it caused me to consume information like a vacuum picks up crumbs off the carpet. I was pretty much sucking up as much information as I could. I was on the Reddit forums. I went to YouTube. I was searching on the OPM website. I was trying to get as much information as possible. And I did all of this at least 12 months before I actually started working in the job. I was messaging and calling people that I knew had government jobs. I was asking them a ton of questions. At a certain point, I felt like I was annoying a lot of them, but I was getting answers, I was getting information. But the most important thing that I did, the difference maker, the key, was one word, and that word is volume. I did everything in high volume. In my ideal week, every day I wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, exercise, read. Then I had 1 hour blocked off. I was going to apply to 4 jobs in that 1 hour. I wouldn't answer text messages. I wouldn't respond to messages. I wouldn't return phone calls. My sister was calling me on the phone. I said, can't do it, sis. Put the phone down, and I focused. I blocked that time off, and I committed myself to getting those applications completed. I applied to 30 jobs a week for 4 months. And the interviews were coming in. I was going on the interviews. I was getting job offers. But in my mind, I was telling myself, you can't count on that job offer. You can't rely on that interview. Just keep going. Just keep going. To the point, I had multiple job offers stacking up. And then at that particular point, then it was up to me to select. What's the best? Do I want to work for this agency? This agency would like me to work for them. Maybe this agency. So I had that choice. So eventually the other 2 guys, they were asking me, who do you know on the inside? How is it that you're able to get these job offers? And I told them, I said, listen, guys, the secret is volume. You have to increase the volume. And I figured once they knew that, they would implement it. They would do it. But they didn't do it. And most people, they will not do it. And I had trouble comprehending that. I knew that these people were highly experienced, highly intelligent, and I told them what worked. They just had to implement it, but they didn't. They became discouraged. Why are you quitting? Why? You know what works. So then I thought it had to be their belief in their plan. Whatever they thought was their plan, they didn't believe in it. They didn't believe in it enough to continue to execute it. And when most people have a plan laid out in front of them, but they lose the belief, they become discouraged and they slowly quit and they never attain their goals. The first guy was able to get in on VRA, but he took a GS9. And we know that he was qualified for way more than GS9. He could have easily came in as a GS12. He took the GS9. He has his pension to offset his salary. He seems content, so that's fine. Second guy took defense contracting. Defense contracting for him, hiring process, way quicker. So I understand that he didn't want to put the time that it requires to go through the federal hiring process. He wanted something a little quicker. Salary is pretty decent. But when I talk to that guy, when I go and see him, every now and again he mentions, hey, I'm thinking about maybe getting a government job one of these years. What do you think about that? So we have that conversation. It's in the back of his mind. And it's because of the pension. I mean, we both know not many jobs offer the pension. He has a pension for the military. The beautiful thing with the government, you can double stack your pension, right? So you can get a government pension on top of your military pension. And ideally, that's kind of what he's looking at. So my question to you is, can you manage your emotional response in getting rejected? Because I was rejected dozens of times. If you can manage that emotional response of, they don't want me, I'm a failure. I'm so disappointed. I'm getting sad, borderline depressed. If you can manage that emotional response and stick to the plan and keep doing what works, then you will be able to attain whatever GS grade you have your sights set on. Do not take rejections personally. It is not about you. You can be rejected for a GS 11 at the Department of Agriculture, and next week get selected for a GS 13 at the Department of Agriculture. That's how the system works. It's confusing. It's not ideal. I know, I get that, but that is how the system works. Understand that volume matters. If you're getting positive indicators from your actions, double down, triple down on the actions. But at the end of the day, you have to want it more. I want you to get the job that you want to get. Believe me, I want you to get that job. But you have to want that job for yourself more than I want the job for you. If you're still looking for a better job, maybe a government job, there are certain words that can increase the probability of you getting that job. And if you want to know what those are, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.